I don't care to set world records. Play games for fun, dude.
I'm a psycho. I play hundreds and hundreds of hours of these games. We talk about a lot of weird things on this podcast.
Yeah.
What is up, dude?
Yo, what's going on,
How's
man?
everybody going? How's everybody going today? Catch it easy?
How you guys going?
How's everybody going? Optic Energy is here. Akeem is here. Mr. Dragonfly. And Dustin and Spoona and BSD. I guess, dude, everybody's here to talk about the crew Driftfest, which is what I put in the title. I almost put the crew Borefest. I almost put that. And then I felt like it was a little too harsh.
Yeah, a little harsh. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's, you know what it is? It's the Gymkhana. We'll just get straight into it. The Gymkhana, F off, bro.
That thing can
get
suck
outta here.
it. It can suck it.
Seriously, bro. Suck it.
Straight
Nobody
up,
likes
like
it.
the 1990s WWE cross-armed across
Right,
my crotch, suck it. That's what I want to
Yep.
give to Gymkhana, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
get
it's
outta
the
here with
worst.
that, dude.
It
That's
sucks,
awful.
dude. It's just not fun to do. I get listen, in all seriousness, I get the idea. Like, dude, you watch
Yeah.
a Ken Block video and you're like, dude, that's sick.
Right.
But it's only sick because it's in real life and some guy's doing it. Like, they're actually doing it.
Yeah. I don't
I don't
know
know.
why. Yeah, I don't know why it's just not fun to do. Like trying to
Right.
gather the points and like I don't know, it sucks. It's just I don't enjoy doing it. It seems like it would be. It's a great idea on paper, and when you think about it, it's like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
But doing it just doesn't work out.
Not fun.
Not fun.
Beck says I look extra bussy tonight. So
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I feel like most nights I try to put the correct amount of bussy into my look, and this
You got extra tonight.
apparently I did too much tonight. So thank you, Beck. I guess I'm not really sure.
What sucks is Steven whacking people with his stick. That doesn't suck.
When did this happen?
It doesn't. We were playing the game last night, and I was whacking dudes with my stick.
Jesus Christ. Are you sure they
Look,
weren't
man.
whacking your stick?
We were whacking each other.
Oh, okay.
These
Got
things
it.
happen.
We can't skip over the 2-month membership by USA. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. He says, wow, the color of the MGC logo matches my avatar. So happy to support you, Trigger, and look forward to the next tournament. I appreciate that, man. By the
Oh, yeah,
way,
thank
just a
you.
quick update on the next tournament. I have gotten 0 progress done. I have not made anything with the next tournament.
For the
I was
next one.
dude, I was so busy with this last couple of things that I was doing with content, with a couple of interviews. Dustin, thank you so much, dude. LV Player
Dude.
25, welcome to the Militia, man.
It must be a malicious stream. We got a Dustin gift. Dude.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. Thank you so much, Dustin. We were quote, we were whacking each other on the thumbnail.
Hey, I'm fine with it.
Can you please add with
gonna-
sticks though, Stacy?
It's gonna be a picture of both of us since we were whacking
know.
each other.
And we're gonna be smiling like idiots.
No, that's good. That's so funny.
All right, fair enough. Well played, Stacy. Well played. She's like, yes, got the quote early in the stream.
She's like, thumbnail's done.
Thumbnail done. If you send it to
Already
me
sent me
now,
the
I'll
email.
upload it as we're talking. I'll get my email open. And we'll get it uploaded. Anyways,
Notice how Steven is denying it? Hold on. Their allegations? Denying what? I was whacking dudes. What do you want? Oh, I stream like a cam girl? No. I do stream though.
he does stream.
I do stream though. I streamed Monster Hunter earlier. Sorry, I'm not gonna cut you off.
Now go ahead.
Keep going about your thing.
I didn't have anything. I was gonna say he
Okay.
does stream, and you can see him whacking dudes, maybe, or
Yeah.
monsters. You can whack monsters as
Or
well.
Monsters. Yeah, it was pretty fun, dude. We were playing
Yeah.
Monster Hunter earlier, checking out the new update.
Yeah,
Pretty
new
cool. Pretty cool
new
stuff.
Monster Hunter update that you said it was all right, but it was
Yeah, I
fun
said
to
it was
hunt the
cool.
monster, but maybe it's getting to the point where like you're like, why do I do this? Why am I doing this?
Right. There's no more. They didn't add any more like progression to the game. It just is like you're at end game, so it's like you can just like, do you want to build every armor set that's possible? Go ahead. And it's like, all right,
And you're like, okay,
Why?
sure, I guess I will.
Yeah, yeah,
But what am I using
yeah.
it on? That was always my complaint with this game. Like, I don't
Right.
understand the end game because, like, for example, Destiny 2. I always bring it back to Destiny 2 because that's always my thought when it comes to end game, because I thought they had the best end game. It was like, why am I going after this armor? So that you can do the raid better. So that you
Right.
can get the rewards every week. So that you can get, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I think the deal with this is each armor set has different perks on them, like each piece of armor. So there's like a helmet, a chest, arms, legs, and like a waist thing. And
Okay.
each thing has different perks on it. So you can mix and match different armor and like come up with different like builds. So I guess that's one thing is, you know, you're building all these different armor pieces and making different builds that do different things.
Right.
And, you know, as I guess as you know the updates come out, like the one coming out in a couple weeks, they're adding the new Raydal monster, which is the arch tempered Raydal,
Mhm.
which is an even harder version. So I think more stuff like that's coming out,
Okay.
where they're gonna just keep adding like harder versions of monsters.
Right. So you're gonna need the armor in order
So
to
you're
fight
gonna need the
those.
different, right? So you can come up with different builds that allow you to do different things, and there's like 14 different weapons, so you can just mix and match and do whatever. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I don't know.
Gotcha.
To me, I use the same weapon and the same armor set through the whole freaking game. So let's just
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I was thinking. Bo,
That's
thank
what I
you.
was doing.
Thank you so much. I don't know what slorping and glorping is, but you know, thank you so much.
Yeah, dude.
Appreciate the 199. Appreciate it.
You're talking about Monster Hunter Wilds? Yes, we are, Dory.
Let's
And
see.
someone asked if I finished Doom. Who was that? Bones? Yes,
Yeah.
I finished Doom 2 days ago.
Nice.
Fire ass game. If you guys have not played Doom Eternal yet, it's on Xbox Game Pass. It's so good.
There you go.
Amazing game.
What about
that
why
game
is
was
Doom
crazy.
so good? 'Cause it feels like every Doom is the same, but like, you know, different creatures and different things you're hitting, but it always feels the
Yeah.
same. When I look at Doom gameplay, it's like shotgun blast to the face,
It's-
jump to this monster, punch them, rip their eyeball out. You know, it's just that over and over and over
Yeah.
again.
Right.
It's awesome. I'm not
I don't know-
I'm
I don't know what you're confused about.
not confused. I'm just like, is there anything else
So
to a Doom
amazing.
game? Like, is that it?
So 2016 was really fun. It was not as fast paced as this one.
Really?
So the 2016, it was still fast, but that one was more like ground based, like you're sprinting around, running, doing this. This
Okay.
Doom felt a lot more. You're jumping around. You're like the movement was
movement was
crazy,
better.
like super high speed in this one. Dashes, jumping, freaking shotgun with grappling hook. Like I don't know.
Okay.
And then the soundtrack going, dude. You got the heavy metal just blasting in your ears.
Of
and it's
course,
just-
bro. It's a vibe, dude.
It's so freaking good.
You're just
so good.
destroying monsters left and right. Like, it's
Right.
just with a lot of gore and blood splatter and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's so good.
I'm down. It's one
Yeah,
of those.
I had a ton
dude,
of fun.
it again. I always bring it. I don't know why I'm always bringing things back to Destiny, but this reminds me a lot of Destiny. Like, not the gameplay, but the experience of going back to something. Like when you don't play it for a while, then you go back to Destiny. You're like, damn, it feels so good in this game just to shoot aliens in the face.
Right. It's just so
It's
fun.
Doom is the same way. You go back to playing
Doom
Doom
is
and you're like,
great.
dude, this feels
And-
great. I want to punch this freaking. I want to punch this.
Yeah.
This monster in the head with my spikes on my hand or whatever.
And
You
a
know.
lot like Destiny, the atmosphere, like the world in Doom looks so freaking good.
Yeah.
Like you're in hell. Well, this one you're in hell for a little bit. Most of the time you're on Earth, which has been taken over by hell.
Okay.
But the atmosphere, just everything, like the whole environment just looks insane.
Yeah.
2016, you spent the whole game in hell,
Okay.
I think, or the majority of the game in hell. And in this game, you're back on Earth. I think I could be wrong. I think the one in 2016 was like that was like Doom, and then this was the sequel after.
Okay.
And then the new Doom that's coming out next month is the prequel to 2016. And that one
Okay.
looks insane. You run around with like a shield and a mace and stuff. Like, oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so sick, dude.
It is so fun, dude. It's fun to just punch aliens in the face. I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
That's
It's gonna
cool.
be so sick.
That's cool. You got through it though. You finished it up.
I did. The final boss in Doom Eternal. I mean, I would say spoilers, but I mean the game's been out for like 5 years now.
Oh, it's no spoilers. Forget it.
It was a letdown.
In
I
what
was
way?
not a fan. I wasn't a fan of how the fight went.
Okay.
It seemed it wasn't easy. It was still hard, but the mechanics sucked in my opinion. It was so boring.
Hmm.
It was like this giant like Cerberus demon thing
Okay.
that you're on the top of like these skyscraper building and you just have to shoot his body parts. Like he had like shoulders, biceps, his hands and his head, and you had to like break the body parts.
Okay.
So once you break the body parts, then he like teleports and you chase him and you're on a different rooftop and you just have to do it again.
Like the same
So
mechanic, the same fight
the
mechanic.
exact same mechanic. Yes, exact same mechanic. And then like, the whole time that you're shooting the body parts, more demons and stuff are spawning on the roof with you. And
Right.
so it's just this long drawn out fight, but the actual mechanic of fighting the boss, it
Is the
felt
same.
boring.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you were fighting the boss. It was like you're staying alive while shooting moving targets.
Ah,
It
okay.
wasn't like a boss fight. It didn't feel like that to me.
Yeah. Well,
So that was a letdown, but the whole rest of the game made up for it.
yeah. So like 98% of the game was great. The very end sucked.
Right. The very also, what I don't think helped was I was like checked out by the time I got there. It ended
Okay.
up being like an 8 hour long stream.
Oh Jesus.
And like the last like hour and a half, I ran into the most annoying enemy ever. Where it took me a billion times to kill him to like try to kill this thing and he was in every freaking level. Like, he's the most annoying freaking character ever.
That's
So I was
shit.
just like burnt out and like done by the time I got there. I was like, dude, if I knew how much longer I had left in this game, I would have ended stream like 4 hours ago, dude.
That's
Yeah.
That's
I
shitty.
thought I was a lot closer to the end than I thought.
some random dude says you're the last dude he expected to be into Doom.
Oh no, dude, Doom's fun. But okay. I've only played 2016 once, and I've only just now played Eternal.
Yeah.
So I'm not like super into Doom, but when I play them, it's a great
It's
experience.
fun.
Yeah.
Bro, he did the static. Wait, what? The static song? That was my favorite. Oh, he's Simji's talking to BSG? BSD. Jesus.
Yeah. I don't know. Doom was sick.
Did anyone play South of Midnight? I have not
South
played
of
South.
Midnight.
I don't even
Yeah,
know what
me
that
neither.
is.
I'm gonna be honest, me neither, dude.
Yeah. I
I'm
don't know
gonna
what that
do a
is.
quick Google. South of
Goog.
Midnight.
Give it a quick goog.
Giving it a quick Google.
My only exposure is emulating the original and 2016. Have either of you guys played Jedi Survivor games? Oh, dude, that reminds me. No, I haven't played any of those games, Bates, but that reminds me. When are we doing a pod racing stream?
When do you want to do that?
I don't know, dude. I mean,
I'm down.
we might throw it in. We might throw it in tonight. We might be able to do it tonight. Like as
Yeah,
we're
sure.
talking, I could just open Steam and get it downloading.
I just gotta get it.
I don't even know. I'm gonna
No
open
idea
Steam.
what the game is. Yeah, I'm opening Steam right
'Cause
now. And
I-
we're
honestly-
looking for pod racing.
Honestly,
Pod
I did
racing.
not have a plan for tonight. We were just gonna default to
Yeah, Motorfest Grand
Motorfest
Racing is
Grand
always
Racing.
fun too.
But
What
if
is
we
it?
could throw in pod racing,
Which one is it? Star Wars Episode 1 Racer? Yes, that's the one.
Star Wars. Hold on, Star
Here's-
Wars.
Here's the thing: we haven't done any research on this. I don't know if this is a single player or if it's multiplayer.
It
or
might be
what's
single
going
player.
on.
It might be single player.
Because let's see.
I think it's single
Oops.
player. Pod racing greater
think it's
than
single
Motorfest says BSD. Guess
We're not
that
gonna be able to
F1.
play it together though.
Yeah, I know. I don't think they have servers. I mean, this game is so old.
Yeah, it's a very old. Like this is ported.
But I mean,
I
like,
mean, it's the original game from LucasArts.
yeah, this is, bro. Hold on. Oh
But
my god,
yeah,
the
it's-
music. You can hear it, dude. I gotta put it in here. Oh my god. We're gonna get demonetized. God dang
It's,
music, bro. I've muted you like 27 times. Alright, there we go. This is it, dude. DS Awesome says, so can we get the food topic out of the way right now? So Denny's, IHOP, or Waffle House. Plus, now we're doing a pod racing stream now. Not now, tomorrow or tonight after the stream, after the podcast. And yes, it is only single player, dude.
Frick, that sucks.
I know. But we could stream it together. Just be on the same level. Just capture it the same way we do the podcast. Bro,
Yeah.
pod racing. Dude, how shitty are these graphics, bro?
Those are fire, dude. What are you talking about? I owned this game. I'm pretty sure this was a PlayStation
I played this
2
game, dude.
And I owned it. So good.
That music 100% is copyrighted, BSD. I guarantee you.
Yeah, it's Disney.
Yeah. Crystal Sweet said, this is nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I don't know. We might... Oh, come on! Stupid music, dude. Anyway, yeah, we might do that. I'm still thinking about it because I'm looking at the game. It's single player. It's not something that we can actually play together, which is annoying. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, DS Awesome, dude. Thank you so much for the generous donation. Let's tackle this food conversation because he's saying Denny's, IHOP, or Waffle House, and I just want to say my first thoughts on this is number one, I don't go to Waffle House because I don't want to get shot. Okay, that's the first thing.
I've never had Waffle House. Call me crazy. Never had it.
And yet you're still alive, so that's
true.
It's part of it.
That is true.
Okay, that's number one. Don't go to Waffle House because of that. Number two, IHOP can fuck all the way off because they want to put fruit on everything. Okay,
They do want to do that.
I'm just not down, dude.
Yeah.
If they didn't do that and they just served me pancakes without fruit on it, which you can order, obviously. I'm not an asshole. I can order it with no fruit. Okay.
But it's on the freaking menu, dude.
But,
and I have to
dude,
look
all
at
the
it, damn it.
pictures, bro, everything has fucking fruit on it. It doesn't look good to me.
You
And
can't
then
pull up to the restaurant without big fruit pancakes on the windows.
can't do it, dude. I just want regular
Bullshit, man.
fucking pancakes, dude. So I am team Denny's all day long, every day. And the reason also is because Denny's has fire burgers. You get a double cheeseburger from Denny's, bro, it is fire.
I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever gone to Denny's and not gotten breakfast.
Really? No way. Really?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I think I've had like their chicken strips or something before, but if I'm going to Denny's, dude, I'm getting breakfast. And it's either at breakfast time or I'm under the influence of something and it's
you
like
need
3
it.
a.m.
Yeah, right. Right.
And I'm getting breakfast.
Trigger
So, yeah,
complains that his air has a side of carbon dioxide on it. If it was visible, I might.
What do you call it? I prefer Denny's as well. There was one time when I lived with your brother, me and your brother ate Denny's every Monday morning for like a year.
Okay.
It's like every Monday morning, like we got up and went to Denny's.
So
That was fire.
here's another thing. I don't go to those restaurants very often anyway, because
Yeah.
I'm not a huge I don't like sweet breakfast. I'm not like a pancakes, waffles type of person. I would much rather
Right.
have savory. Like I want a breakfast burrito or I want breakfast bowl, you know, eggs, sausage, bacon. I want the savory stuff. I don't really care for the sweet stuff. So I even like
Right.
cereal. I'm not really like a huge cereal guy either. Most cereals are sweet. There's no like, it's either sweet or bland. So I'm just like, I'm out cereal. I'm not,
Yeah.
we don't need to have a relationship ever. But
Yeah.
savory stuff, I'm like all about a breakfast burrito. You put something, all breakfast stuff in a tortilla, I'm down. So
Yep. Same. That's so good. Yeah. And so I used to eat Denny's like every Monday morning, like I was saying. And then I think I talked about it on here before. Last time I went to IHOP, I almost got in a fight.
oh yeah. Yeah,
We talked about that, so.
you told us
Yeah,
about
I
that.
don't really like IHOP that much over here.
Yeah. The last time I went to IHOP, the service was so bad. We waited for like 25 minutes to get a table, which is like not the worst, but it's, you know, it's a lot
Yeah.
if you're hungry for breakfast. And then we sat down and the waiter was terrible and the food came to us cold, completely cold. Syrup was cold, pancakes were cold, everything was cold. And I'm just like, man, this
Right.
sucks. And then I didn't leave a tip on that one, and it was like just sour taste on my mouth. Like, I'm out of here, man. IHOP
Yeah.
can fuck all the way off. Plus, they put fruit on
Yeah.
everything, so that's not.
I don't know. I've been to an IHOP before too, where it was like 2 a.m. and also like you sit at the front door like waiting to be seated for like 20 minutes for no damn reason. It's like
Yes.
the restaurant's empty. There's 2 people sitting down over there. Is that the only booth you guys are serving? Like we gotta wait for them to finish before we can.
They have one
sit there?
server.
Like what's going on? Yeah, it's like what's going on? Just
He
let us
already
sit
has.
at a booth.
Yeah, he already has 2 tables, 1 server. You gotta wait.
It's like, damn it, dude.
Like, can we at least just sit in a booth then to make it feel like we're
Exactly.
getting
Oh, yeah, let me
service?
sit over
Put some
there.
water on the
Like-
table and we'll be okay for a
Right.
little while.
Right, dude. Why do I gotta sit here at the front door?
How many tables did you guys have at your restaurant when you guys were out there in what was it called? At the
Beaumont?
yeah.
How many tables did we have? Let's see. Oh, I got to think about this. We had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think 16.
Okay. Was there times where like all 16 were filled?
Yeah, every night.
Like during the dinner time service, it was like.
Yeah.
So you served 16
then
tables and there
we
was only
had-
like 2 of you guys serving food. The rest were cooking.
Yeah. Yeah. And then so also like we had they expanded because there used to be like a conference room like on the side.
Okay.
So that door got opened up and then we got more tables going in there. And then on Friday nights, like in the back where like the main entrance to the area was, we had like big tables like put back there. So like even more room
Gotcha.
like set up in the back over there.
Gotcha. Ayo, DS Awesome with the 9.99 says it's crazy that we're doing the pod racing stream after this when I'm asleep. So F y'all. All right, just because of that, we're not doing it after this. We're gonna grand race.
Right.
Plus, my donations
Right.
are getting closer to the new $300 deck. Well, which are we counting all of your donations, DS Awesome? Because if that's the case, I think you're way over the $300 thing.
True.
You know. Also, I was gonna take a picture of my deck today, and I forgot. I definitely forgot today. I was like, I'm gonna take a picture of it at the line where part of it is pressure washed and the other part is not. I'm gonna take a picture there so you can see the difference between the pressure wash spot and the non-pressure wash spot.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I got something that's gonna derail this, but you talked about deck picks, and it reminded me of something I thought about earlier that made me laugh.
All right.
So, have you been on Twitter or X like at all in the last while?
A little
Like,
bit.
okay.
Yeah. Little
Every
bit.
post you click on now, no matter what it like, my Twitter is just UFC and video games.
Okay.
Every post you click on, it's full. The replies are just full of like OnlyFans girls, like bots or something. Every click you, everything. Every time you click it, it's just naked chicks. Yeah. So earlier I was looking at a UFC thing. It was like a old like ground and pound or something like that, and I click it. It was, the reply was literally a picture. Like the first reply on it was some girl's picture. It was just straight up her butthole, right?
Okay.
Right, like a selfie of her, like a butthole selfie.
A butthole selfie. All right, for
Butthole
sure.
selfie.
All right.
I was looking at that and I thought about it, and I was like, this person looks at their butthole and takes a picture of it
Yep.
and then sends it out and says, hey, everybody else, look at this.
Right.
And I was thinking, like, I don't think I've ever looked at my butthole.
Have you never seen your butthole?
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, you've been
I don't know
alive.
if I ever have.
You've been alive for 28 years, right?
Right. Right.
That's a long
what's-
time to not see your butthole.
Like, exactly. And now I'm scared to look.
Well, it is in a very inconvenient place. It's not easy to get to.
Right. Right. Now I don't like, I'm like self-conscious about my body now because I know it's not gonna look like that.
Like that one, that lady's butthole.
Exactly.
It's for sure not going to look like that.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like now I'm not gonna look.
You know the type of confidence you have to post a
That's-
picture of your
that's
own
what I'm
butthole
saying.
online.
With your face. It was a selfie.
Oh, it was oh yeah, that's
It's
Bro,
incredible.
a
I
butthole
was like-
selfie is the ultimate flex of confidence, bro.
And I was thinking, like, dude, I don't even know what mine looks like, and you're out here showing everybody yours. That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's just an insane scenario.
It was. I thought about that earlier and made me laugh really hard. I was like, "That's so freaking hilarious!" Like, that's almost like a stand-up bit.
It is, dude. That's insane. But it is funny that you've never seen yours. So I don't even understand.
Right, dude.
You should go the next time after the bidet.
Okay.
I recommend that probably after the bidet. Just waddle on over to the mirror, dude. And
It was
take
like
a look.
Stacey said, "How do you take a picture?" It was like an underneath like bat. I don't know.
Like she turned back that way towards the butthole
Right.
and took a picture.
Like towards, and it was like an under.
Is it
Maybe
possibly
it might
a
have been a
selfie?
tripod.
Okay, I was gonna say there's probably
Who
a
knows?
tripod or
There's
another
probably some
person involved.
tripod
Yeah.
or another
Mhm.
person or mirrors. I don't know
Yes.
how this works.
If first of all, if a tripod is involved, we know for sure that she had one of those little Bluetooth clicker things that you can take, that you can Bluetooth to your
okay,
phone and
okay.
take a picture. So she had probably had a button, because you can't reach the tripod. I can't even. How would you do that? You know what I mean? Maybe
Right.
it was like one of those GoPro sticks that hides the stick part.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know how these go. What post are you looking at, Steven? Bro,
He
I told
wants
you
to
my
know.
Twitter.
Just send
my
him a link.
Twitter, my Twitter is literally UFC and video game stuff, like content creators, stuff like that. And it's just that's it. But you're telling me, when was the last time you were on X? Literally, no matter what you click on. I said be UFC, like top 5 finishes from UFC 315.
I have a.
And you click it, and then the first freaking reply is like, "Watch me finish with this link," and it's some naked chick. And you're like, "Why is this here?"
That's what I was gonna say, dude. Are you listening to the titles of the
Right.
X post that you're saying, like finishes and ground and pound and like
Exactly.
it's all connected, bro. And
Exactly. So it's like, come on, man.
I think it's more related to the UFC, because the thing is, I was just on X like the last couple of days doing some research on like marathon, and so because a lot of the stuff that's been happening has been on Twitter, so I've been like looking through there, and dude, I didn't see any buttholes, not even one butthole, not even one.
Damn.
Not
That's
even,
unfortunate.
not even like a nip slip or anything, like nothing. So, but I do know
your For You page is based on what you view. Yes, dude, but it's not my For You
but
page.
yeah, it's not his page, it's the comments.
It's the comments,
the replies.
on what's on my For You page.
Yeah, but I guess it's because like if girls are looking to funnel traffic to their OF, right? Where
Right.
else do you find testosterone fucking jacked up
Yeah.
males that want to look at balls?
UFC and video game nerds. I'm literally in both categories.
You're in both, dude. It's the magic. Everything comes together in that one spot, dude, and that's where you get the butthole selfies, dude. It's unreal. Someone needs to do a little bit of research and start a new X account and only follow those things and see how many buttholes they see. Unreal.
Miss Simji's resub. Oh my god, we did.
Oh shit.
Where was it?
Remember, for
There it is.
23 months, Steven was analyzing that OF chick's picture for science. It's true. It's facts. He was
Yeah.
thinking, this is an opportunity. Let me stare at this. This is an opportunity for me to come up with a story that we could talk about on the podcast. So I'm going to look at this real quick and see what's going on. Heyo, let's go, dude. Waterblob, thank you so much, man. Wild OF stat: 1 out of 10 girls in America between 18 to 25 has an OnlyFans. That is a
insane.
crazy stat.
1 in 10. That's actually insane.
You want to know another stat that I heard the other day? 1 out of 4 women end up getting breast cancer or some form of cancer, I think. That's insane.
That is also insane.
25%, dude? That's crazy. We need to figure that shit out, dude. All these stupid scientists, bro, they've been working on cancer research for all this time. Dude, how old am I? 38? They've been talking about cancer research since I was born. Figure it out, bro.
Yeah.
Figure out cancer, all right? Fucking idiots, dude.
The thing
Figure it
is,
out.
You know, we can get real conspiracy on this.
Is the money.
You figure
The
out
treatment.
cancer, dude, and then it's like, where's the
I
money
know.
at?
The money's, there's no money.
And that's what's bullshit.
It's not a conspiracy. That is a fact. There'll be no more money towards treatment. So Anyway,
and that is it's a bullshit thing to think of because
I
you
know.
don't want to believe
I don't want that to be
you don't
true.
want to believe, right? You don't want that to be true, but it's so hard not to be true.
Way to bring down the stream, says Stacy. Anyways, let's go back to the
Sorry.
OF stat. That's my fault. I brought that up. I
That
just
is
heard
crazy.
stat and I was like, I heard this stat the other day.
Yeah.
1 in 10 girls
What
in
about
America. What?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was gonna say he dropped 100
Knock.
knock. He dropped 100 knock and then resubbed.
Yeah, 100 knock resub. Thank you so much. Waterblob, thank you so much. 18 months. He's got the gold badge. Simji's about to get his pink badge next month, dude. It'll be 24 months. That's insane, dude. Thank you so much, Simji.
Legendary stuff.
Absolute legend. On. Yeah, he's gonna. How many pink badges? We have a few pink badges now, I think, or just you, maybe.
Yeah, there's a couple. I think Flip, I think has one.
Flip has one.
Mateo might.
Oh yeah, yeah, Mateo for sure.
I don't remember. We'd have to check.
Anyways, I want to talk about something that we found out yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday before I got off. Something about the knock currency, Mr. Blob, and I want to get your take on this. We found out yesterday that Norway has an insane surplus of money due to its like oil reserves or something like that. Something about its oil reserves, and it has this insane surplus of money that's like 1.6 or 1.8 trillion dollars in extra money that's just like reserved for running the country if something goes bad or whatever, for their citizens or whatever they want to use. It's insane. It's insane. Like, I don't, is that something you guys think about? Waterblob? That's a question directly for Waterblob. I don't know, I just got curious.
Waterblob only, all right?
Yeah. Benji says
in a Waterblob interview.
And Benji says them Scandinavian countries are just built different. This is true.
True.
Very true. Oh my god. Anyway, I don't know why that came up, but when I saw the 100 knock, I just thought about that.
It did, yeah, because we were just talking about that last night.
Yeah.
So it was funny because that was actually a conversation we were having with Mr. Abner.
Abner, yeah.
And as soon as he showed us that it's had the counter, and it said NOK, and
yes.
My first thing I said was, "Oh, that's Waterblob money."
That's Waterblob money. Yeah, exactly. We saw NOK, we're like, "Oh, that's Waterblob money."
Oh, I have like a mustache hair or something tickling my nose and
it's the worst.
crazy.
Last time I thought a mustache hair. Last time I thought a mustache hair was tickling my nose, it wasn't. It was actually a hair from my nose that came out and was tickling the underneath of my nose, bro.
Yeah, that's what's going on, dude. I'm gonna have to investigate after this.
Thank you so much, Chevy. I appreciate that, dude.
Yeah, thanks, Chevy.
BSD says he hears the prisons up there are nicer than the average American apartment. I mean, that makes sense, I guess, right?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not too sure.
The average American apartment is whatever. It's kind of what it's just basic. I don't know. Shall we get to some shit that we put on the title? We get something.
Yeah, I mean, we started off hot with the Driftfest, dude, then we derailed real hard.
Yeah. What is your take on the current situation around Motorfest summits? That's really what I want to talk about, because today it's all about drifting this week. It's like, okay, that's fine, but it seems like they keep going into this like all of one thing for the whole week. You know what I mean? And they even introduced a new modifier this week, which is main stage for drift. So
the drift is using like British drift cars or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. The modifiers, I said this before it happened, where it seems like a good idea on paper. It just was a matter of them making the grand races not as fun, and I feel like it kind of went that way. But I don't know how to like go about that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to do, like how to change that. Like, are the modifiers bad?
Right.
Or am I just lame and want to stick to, vanilla grand racing? I don't know.
I don't know. I think first of all, let's address Waterblob's comment, because he just threw up another 100 knock. He said, we still get taxed 40%. Old people get nothing. Our roads are shit, and housing market is so high. People that earn less than 80,000 US a year can't afford to live in the main capital. All right, so he's like, hey, use some of that fucking money, Norway. Figure it out. He's probably in that camp.
Gotcha. So
He's
you're like,
not
what
not
the
a
hell are
fan.
you?
Yeah,
Why are we saving this money? Is that probably
right.
what you're thinking?
Yeah. He said, so you're
So
just,
just
like,
like California? Yes.
with less
Yeah.
tax.
Less tax, dude. Yeah. That's what it seems
That
like.
actually does sound exactly like California. That's insane.
Yeah.
But California doesn't have a surplus, like some sort of crazy deficit, I think.
Oh, word. Yeah, it's bad.
Well, I mean, you guys, it's California. I'm gonna say you guys because I'm not part of that state anymore. But
Right.
if I had a choice, I'd be there. Anyways, the state just doesn't do anything about fire prevention ever, and then just lets everything burn down all the time every year. And it's like, what's happening right now? Like, what's going on?
This year got extra bad though. I mean, we had like 100-mile-per-hour winds and then
Right.
a fire,
Right.
and then it was just like, oh, goodbye, most of LA,
Right.
which is the
It's
worst thing
crazy.
to happen.
It's crazy. Anyways, don't want to get too derailed on that. I forget what we were saying before that. Motorfest. So, anyways, Waterbob, thank you so much again for the 100 knock. He gave 200 knock today.
200, bro.
Unreal. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. The fire is essentially a server reset. Yeah, exactly. Did you turn that? Probably someone was having an issue, and they had to reset their router, and that was the router was that part of California. Anyway, Motorfest is boring because they're not adding any type of features that change the gameplay enough. Like the core experience with Grand Races is going to be the same until there's something to play Grand Races for. There's no incentive.
Yeah.
There's no incentive. That's really what the problem is. They can add modifiers, they can add cars, they can add routes, they can add all the shit they want. But if they don't add an incentive to play it, it's not going to be worth it. No one is going to think it's worth it. Is it fun to play Grand Races? Yes. Is it fun to play Grand Races with the stream? Yes. But after those 2 hours or those 3 hours of Grand Racing, I don't want to play Grand Races. I'm like, I'm done. This is not, I don't need to keep playing this because I don't need the bucks. I don't need the experience. I don't need the whatever, the spare parts. I don't need the parts. I don't like, we don't need any of that stuff. People who are playing the game don't need any of that stuff. So like, there's no incentive. And they did like, they did a boost this week on the playlist. Like, are we going back to like the Red Bull playlist and we're going to play it again? It just came out like a month and a half ago. Like, and we played it. Yeah. We played the Red Bull playlist because it was out. We played it again that same week for the summit. And now we're playing it like we're supposed to play it again because it's boosted. I don't know. It just feels like we're doing the same thing over and over and over again. And there's no incentive. They need to incentivize it. The modifiers are whatever, dude. It's fine. It's fine. Put them in there. But it doesn't change the core experience. The core experience is there. We need a reason to keep playing it. There needs to be progression tied to it. And there isn't.
Yeah.
And that comes in the form of a ranked Grand Race league of some sort. I'm going to keep pushing for it, dude. Ranked.
Pushing for it. Why not, dude?
We need ranked.
Why not? Yeah, I think ranked would be cool. It'd be fun. I don't know if that's going to be like the key to the game. Like that's going to be the overall mix of it, but I think it'll definitely help. It'll help the people that have been playing the game since it came out that you know stuck around this long. I think they would benefit a lot from it. Yeah. Whereas now those people are dropping off a lot.
Ranked doesn't even have to happen the whole time. Like ranked doesn't have to happen as long as there's some sort of progression tied to Grand Racing. There's literally no. After you finish your playlist, you do your summit for the week. There is zero reason to log in and play the game. Because the experience has not changed enough since launch, Grand Racing is really great, and then it gets boring, and then you don't really care to play it anymore. So there's no real change. There's no incentive. If there was progression tied to it, whether it was ranked or just simply progression, like, for example, when in the Crew 2, they had something called, what are those damn things called? It was like the Battle Pass system, but I'm not saying we should put a Battle Pass system, but tied to the Battle Pass system was all this insane list of challenges that helps you level up your battle pass, right? So just create the same leveling system. It doesn't have to be a battle pass, but all of these little challenges would give you an amount of stars, and that goes to your battle pass level. Like you would go through and do your weekly challenges, then you have new challenges next week, and then you have new challenge. That was great because it gave you an incentive and then tiered rewards, and you go through and you earn your rewards. There's a reward system with it. Like, where is that? All that stuff exists in the Crew 2. Where is all that progression? You know, I would love it if it was tied to rank, though.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, literally, if they just did any sort of like progression system for the grand racing, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Like have some sort of, like it can just be like, I mean, I guess their version of that they currently have would be like the main stage, right? Like you get your XP or whatever, and you're leveling that up by doing like the grand races. But there's nothing in
There's
the
no
freaking main
incentives
stage.
though.
There's nothing even to unlock there. Like
Mm-mm.
you get like 3 vanities that are shit, and then you get titles.
Yeah.
Like what? What is
Yeah.
that?
You get
I don't know.
You get like the first level is like bucks or whatever. Second
Mhm.
level is like XP. The third level is a car, which is a car that's just in the game. You can just buy it.
It's just a car, yeah.
It's just a car. The fourth level is like some sort of vanity, usually. And then the fifth and sixth level are like just titles. That's it. And it's like,
Yeah. If they added stuff, literally just that alone would make it a lot better. Just add stuff
the
to
main
the main stage.
sure.
To the main stage, stuff that's actually good that makes you want to play the game.
Yeah.
That would make you want to play the game. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yes.
Like whereas right now there's no reason to play it, like
There's
you were
none.
saying. There's no reason to actually play the game.
There's none. And this is part of the reason why I've been a little bit slow to come up with a new tournament concept. I'm gonna run another tournament. It's coming because we already got a donation from iTechnical player who's supporting the tournaments, has supported everyone so far.
Yeah.
And he wants, he's already been like, here, let's do it, let's do another one. So there is going to be another one coming. I need to come up with a concept, but it's just been the reason why I've been so slow on this, because I just haven't had the will to like really get in and grind the game and play it. It's been weird. It's been feeling weird, but I'm still gonna be playing it. I'm not leaving. This is it. I'm staying here.
Yeah. I mean, I took a big break from it for a while. I was only playing on Tuesdays with you.
Yeah.
And then just recently I started kind of getting back into it again, playing a little more regularly than I was.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The game's just in like a weird spot for me. I feel like without any sort of progression or anything to go for it, it's another thing, kind of like I was just saying with like Monster Hunter, where it's like I don't know why it's fun for a little bit, and then it's like, okay, I don't really need to be playing this right now.
Exactly.
I'd rather do something else where I can get more enjoyment and I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not advocating for a pass. I just want progression. That's all.
Yeah.
Something,
that'd be good.
an incentive to play the game. That's really what I want. I want some incentive, because right now you can't incentivize a player even with half as many hours as me, or a quarter of the amount of hours as me. You can't even incentivize that player to play the game with bucks and XP, which is sort of what it's seeming like the incentive is.
It's literally the reward for like everything is bucks and XP, and it's like, come on, man.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but there is one thing that I've been working towards while playing the game, and that is understanding all of the grand race routes. I've been working on that. You guys are going to get a video. If you're members of the channel, you would have already gotten the video, but if you're not, you'll see the video tomorrow. And it's basically another analysis of a couple of grand race routes. I'm going to keep doing that. So I do have that incentive, and then I'm also looking to try to get all the cars. I do want to collect all the cars,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told you that's the. She sent it to me. I just put it up
Did
there.
you get the thumbnail? Oh my god,
Yeah.
I see that. It's so funny. We were whacking each other.
Bates says, how many hours of Motorfest does everyone have? I have 982. I think I'm at 1700 or 16 and change. I can't remember. It's something around there.
Motorfest hours?
Yeah.
Let me open up Ubisoft and I'll let you know.
Dustin says, the all-day modifiers are ruining the game for me. I generally play for a few hours, and now I barely touch the game on Saturdays. Yeah, I feel that, Dustin. I feel that. Is it even possible to collect that one AGP card tied to the Twitch drop? Not until they rerun it as a Twitch drop.
Either rerun as a Twitch drop or add it to the store to be bought.
Or it'll be a main stage car at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about it, because they have really shown an interest in getting rid of like the exclusive stuff in the game. They're really like they've clearly made a decision that there's not going to be any more exclusive stuff, but it's going to take time to filter everything into the game. So, you know, as long as you're staying up to date, you know, this is the thing. If you play the game on Summit Day, which is like Tuesday night or Wednesday, whenever it resets for you, if you play the game then, do the Summit, enter a car in the custom show, and you are going to get, and you get platinum in both of those things every week, you're not going to miss shit. You're going to have everything. You're literally going to have everything. You won't miss anything because that's enough play to get level 3 in the main stage. So you won't miss any cars. And even if you do miss a main stage car, it comes back in the main stage legacy anyway. If you happen to not get platinum, you can just buy it with prestige tickets later. Like it's there, as long as you just log in once a week and play the summit, you're fine. You're not missing anything. You're going to get everything.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, it's whatever. I guess it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. I think we talked about it too, like since they added the prestige ticket shop, why didn't they include the freaking custom show?
I don't know.
That's the one thing. Okay. We talked about, you know, me and you have like similar opinion on the prestige shop, where don't really care for it too much because it takes away the whole reason of doing the summit. But now that it's implemented in, why don't we have the custom show rewards in there also?
I don't know, because the problem
that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all. The problem is, at least the summit is something that is within your control. You can play more, you can improve, you can try to get better scores. Those are things you can do to get into platinum. The custom show is a fucking random crapshoot. It's like you put up a design, you throw it out there, and it's just like, I hope I get platinum. And I know you can vote for yourself every day, which if you're real serious about getting platinum and you do that every day, you can get 7 votes every single week. But on PlayStation, I think last week it was 8 or not. Was it 8 or 9 that was platinum? I think it was 9. That's what people were saying yesterday. So it's still 2 votes you have to get from the community, which is just complete RNG. Like whether or not people are gonna like your car and put a vote on it. And then you're missing out on exclusive vanities that you can't get anywhere else. That's stupid.
Right.
They absolutely need to put those in the prestige store. 100%.
Right. Because the prestige shop was for the, you know, the FOMO, right?
Exactly.
You don't want people to have the fear of missing out on these summit rewards, but it's like, what about the freaking custom show FOMO?
Well, we went over it, dude. Also, the next month, this whole main stage, this whole month, the custom show rewards are way better.
Yeah, they're way. Yeah, we talked about this last week. Yeah, the custom show rewards are better than the summer rewards this month.
It's insane. It's crazy. Rhino, what's going on, man?
Rhino?
How are you? Dustin says,
all right, dude.
I rarely get platinum on the custom show since I'm on PlayStation. Exactly. That's the other thing. The system is stupid. Like people on PlayStation, I could get 4 votes and get platinum, and Dustin has to get like 9 or 10.
He just said he had 12 a few weeks ago and got gold.
Who said that?
Dustin.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That might have been on one of the car ones where we had like a lot of participation.
Yeah, maybe.
Possibly.
Insane. Custom show on Xbox is rigged, probably.
I know. It's unfortunate. I just think if there's any argument for putting something in the prestige store, it's the custom show rewards. Like, why are they not there? It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy. Just chilling. Literally everything is rigged, says Vote. 4 is still bronze on PlayStation. Yeah, 4 is enough on PC. One of the most botched ideas ever implemented in this game. I do think it's terrible. I really wish they would redo the custom show. The whole thing. The whole thing. Chevy says
right, Mr. Dragonfly.
Chevy says he has to have 20 votes to get plat. Sometimes.
Insane,
sometimes.
That is insane. There's less players on PC Dragonfly than there are on console. So we have the custom shows. If you remember to get on and vote every day, you have
on PC
a very good chance on PC to get platinum.
Yeah, you're guaranteed to get platinum if you vote every day on PC. Rhino says I got 2 likes in custom show, got gold. Yeah, same. With me this last week, I had 3, I got gold. But 4 was plat, which is crazy. I don't know, man. There's a couple things that need to be addressed. I hope that they get to them sooner than later. But this this topic is something I do want to get into, and it's one of the things I put in the stream, and that's if we're asking too much. Like, there's a lot of games out there that will put out a lot of content, Motorfest being one of them, that is but it's very steady and slow. Like, Motorfest is really slow with the content. It feels like they're drip feeding, but it might just be the pace that they can go at, and it always feels like we want something else all the time. So it kind of like brought me to this story that I heard this week, which was kind of interesting, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen so you guys can see it. Let's see. All right, so this was IGN. Diablo 4's 2025 roadmap hasn't gone down well with hardcore fans, and even the former president of Blizzard isn't sure where the game is going. So just a quick breakdown on what is happening. I don't know anything about Diablo, so we're not going to talk about Diablo specifically, but basically they released this roadmap here, and fans of the game, people who play the game a lot, were like, what? There's no content here. Basically, that's like the nitty gritty on it. They're like not excited about what the game has to offer. And it's crazy to me that they're giving out basically an entire year's worth of roadmap. They have January all the way through to 2026, and they're saying there's a new expansion in 26, new ranking system, leaderboards, etc. There's stuff here. Obviously, they're leaving stuff off of this list. The thing is, the question really is that I remember a time where we would stand in line and go for a midnight release on Call of Duty, and the only thing you were guaranteed for that year was map packs. Literally just different maps. That's all. Yeah. That's all you would expect after the game was out. So my question is, are we expecting too much from gaming companies these days? Like, are we too hungry for content? As soon as a game company puts out content, the hardcore fans devour that shit. So are we like, are we to blame at all on this? Like, is there some sort of,
I think partially. I feel like, I mean, I know I for sure suffer from it, where I get into a game and I grind it out, and then I'm at like end game of it, like instantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of just like enjoying the game, playing through it, like I grind the hell out of it, and then I get to the end, and then you're kind of burnt out.
Right.
So I feel like I'm part of that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're probably part of the problem there, dude. Just pushing through the games too fast. Into it, but also it's on the games as well, for like, as you know, this is a cycle that has been happening for how, you know, years and years and years. They haven't implemented a way to keep the end game of things like fresh and you know, make you keep playing it. Whereas now you get to end game and you're waiting. Right. You're done. You're like, okay, what's now next? What? Like, what's coming out now? Yeah. Instead of there being something to keep working for and keep doing.
Right. Is there something to the fact that people just really love a particular game and they want more of it?
That too, yeah.
You know, like Benji says, no, because we're not part of the problem, because if they're going to charge $60 to $70 for a game, then I want my money's worth. And by the way, Benji, it's going to be 80 to 100 soon.
80 to 100 starting this year.
Starting Nintendo time. Anyway, no, I think it's a fair thing to ask for, but I think you are paying $60 to $70 for the base game. At least that's what they tell us, right? Most games launch in some sort of broken or incomplete state now. So I think that's part of the problem, because there's this huge, it's almost like a snowball effect. Like, they start the snowball rolling down the hill of this game that just releases kind of broken, really not working that well, or just having some, you know, something missing, features missing that the fans wanted. And then they feel like, okay, now we need to fix that and release that into content. And the fans are like, okay, great, you did that. Okay, now where's our next content? Like, now we're done with this. Now we want the next one. And then it's just this weird cycle of like the gamers not feeling like they're getting something complete for their money, the developers and publishers not putting out something that's super complete but still getting the money ahead of time, and then wanting to somehow keep the attention, and then at the same time try to make more money, right? They're like, we want to keep the people playing, so we have to put out more content. We want to charge for that content, but they don't feel like they got enough from the first part of the game. And so then there's this like weird cycle. It's weird. But we devour shit so fast that they don't even have time to breathe. They're like, here's the next content update, which took them literally 3 months to make, and we finish it in 45 minutes. Like, I don't know.
I feel like that's a them problem, dude. Like, get good. I'm just kidding. like, develop content faster. Like, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, a problem too that happens in games is kind of like what you were saying, where they release a game unfinished and then release new content with the finished like shit that's supposed to be in the game.
Yes, planned DLC that was made before the game released.
Right, it's something that should have been in the game.
Correct.
And they release it as extra content. Yes. And it's like, fuck off.
Right.
So that also sucks.
Chevy says game prices are out of control. Back in the day, I'd play games forever, and now it's just it's like just run through a game and that's it. It seems the devs don't care about product and just money, like the woke.
True.
But anyway, yes. Go ahead. You had it.
I was just gonna say, I feel like that is a good point. Like, are the games just not as good as they used to be? Like, games now are probably the best they've been.
Probably.
Obviously, like graphical wise and like everything, like they're probably the best they've been. But like actual, like playtime, like fun, like things to do mechanic wise, are they worse now? Like, cause like to that point, before you'd buy a game and you'd be playing that like forever. Yes. You're just playing through this game forever, and now you're just playing this game. Whereas now, you feel you get over it real fast. Like you're done with it, and you're just done with it.
I think there's several things at play here. I think the games are more complicated than they've ever been. I think mechanically they have the most depth they've ever had. Like, think about, I don't know, what's the game I play this shit out of? Zelda. I played a lot of Link to the Past, right? It's a very simple game. If I played it today, I probably would be able to beat it no problem, like easily, right? But I literally, as a kid, I was calling the helpline to figure out how to do things. My dad was calling the helpline. We spent like hundreds of dollars on the helpline.
That's crazy.
That we didn't have, right? So anyway, I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's not necessarily the case that like the games are less than the older games. I think there's a couple of different factors. The first one is that we know what's possible now, and we've been playing these games for years, right?
That's true.
The games that people get introduced to now have a lot of like really insane mechanics and things to try to keep you playing, and like there's a lot of different things that people are exposed to now. We've been playing these games for years. We know what's possible. Back when everything was sort of like starting, when the gaming industry was like really starting to grow, we came from like really shitty graphics, and then every new thing that came out was fucking exciting as hell. It was like, this is the best game ever. But now that there's so much of it, it's really hard to top it. I feel like it's gotten to a level where like it's not getting any better graphically. It is, but it's marginal, right? It's not like these huge jumps like we experienced like in the 90s and early 2000s. These huge jumps from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2 is insane, right?
Yeah. So
we don't see that anymore. So now with every iteration of a game, it's just marginally better on graphics. So it's like, okay, this is good, it's fine. But then you see these, you basically see everything. You see all of the different games. We have everything at our fingertips in a phone. We never had that, dude. When you got a game, you're just like, let me play this game. And I play the shit out of this game because it's literally the only device, I guess, that's getting my attention, right? Now we have TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and all these other things. So I feel like our attention spans have gotten really, really short because of all of this like instant gratification content stuff. And that is playing into us not being able to sit down and play a game forever. I played Grand Theft Auto 3. I probably have 3,000 hours in that game. And it's like, what do you even do? You can beat that campaign in like 8 hours.
Right.
And what are you doing for that long? Like I literally just walk. I got to a point where I was entering codes, like freaking, left, down, right, up, bumpers, and you would get like a helicopter or a tank to spawn.
Yeah. freaking jetpack and a machine gun. And
I did that.
Yeah, dude.
I did it forever, dude. I know that map like the back of my hand. I haven't played it in probably maybe 2.5 decades, 25 years, 20 years.
Okay.
When did it come out? I don't even know.
Couldn't tell you.
I think probably 20 years, right? It was out before 2005. Grand Theft Auto 3. Yeah. So I played that so much that I bet you now I could go back and I could tell you where like everything in the map. I could drive the map without having to think about it. So like
that's awesome.
That type of stuff doesn't happen as much nowadays. And
I think
I don't know.
I think the like development time on games is also at like an all-time high because they have to now develop the games for minimum three platforms.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They're developing this game and then they have to completely like work on it and make sure it works correctly and everything on an Xbox, and then do the exact same thing for a PC, and then do the exact same thing for a PlayStation.
Yes.
And then if there's any problems with one, it could be an effect that change it with this.
Yeah.
I feel like that also is another big factor.
It's
Whereas
definitely
before, you buy a cartridge or a disc and all the media is there and it's like,
yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
And why do you think that decision was made by somebody to put it out on all three platforms?
Money.
It's I
don't know.
I definitely think money plays a part as well. I think the development cycles for games, depending on the franchise and the publisher, are actually pretty short. The time frames, like, I don't know, EA or Ubisoft will say, hey, go make The Sims 17, but you have to make it in 2 years and it has to come out this day. And then they get through the development cycle and they're like, it's not ready. And they're like, so what? Put it out.
I got this is Rhino the Raccoon's take on Are Gamers Too Hungry, speaking for the Crew Motorfest.
All right, go for it.
Rhino says, to be fair, due to mixing with vanities and cars from the Crew 2, they're rerunning summits and custom show rewards from the Crew 2 while trying to push new content as well as as well, but not too much. Wait, hold on. I totally screwed up the whole reading there.
So they're trying to
be fair, due to mixing with vanities, dude, I might be brain dead. Or this is typed weird. Sorry. Due to mixing with vanities and cars from the Crew 2, they're rerunning summits and custom show rewards from the Crew 2 while trying to push new content as well, but not too much.
Right.
When we beg for something, eventually we do get what we want, but it takes a lot of time. For example, custom grand races, they're just trying new things like modifiers and grand races, but are getting bad results. I think we're asking for too much and not giving them time. IVT cares for the Crew franchise, so we constantly get updates for years.
Yes.
Sorry, I can't read.
So the question I have for Rhino is, when do you think that's going to change? When do you think they're going to stop? Like, let's fast forward a little bit and let's go to a point where all of the Crew 2 vanities and all of the Crew 2 summit rewards and everything that is possible to own in Motorfest is in Motorfest. Then do we get full concentration on new content and new features and new stuff to do?
That's a good point. I don't know why. That was one of my biggest complaints with Motorfest, has always been that they integrate it with the Crew 2. I don't know why hasn't just been its own thing. It's always the whole from the launch has been an integration of the Crew 2.
Yes.
Where they're just drip feeding in Crew 2 content into the new game.
Yes.
Instead of giving us new Motorfest content. I mean, obviously we're getting the playlists and things like that. That's all new stuff. Right. But like, I don't know, like the vanities and things like that. It goes back to things like to play for.
Right.
Like I played a ton of the Crew 2, so there's all these summits and different rewards for doing things in Motorfest that I already have. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I think the answer is that it was because Motorfest wasn't supposed to be its own game.
Right.
I think it originally was a large expansion for the Crew 2. It was built on the same engine. It was,
Yeah.
I think it was, it's Hawaii. Like, if you think about it, like
This is
we had
true.
the
We
US
had
already.
U.S. and then they gave us Hawaii, the Hawaii expansion. It does make sense.
So I feel like that's part of it. And there was some executive somewhere that said, hey, you probably sell this as a new game, make a lot more money.
Right.
And so now they're just like, okay, well, we have all these integrations that we planned on doing. And now things got really messy really quick. You know, they got really messy really, really quick. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for this. I'm hoping that what we're in right now is actually just a transitional period. And we're transitioning away from the Crew 2 over to Motorfest. And eventually, the dev team is going to be fully focused on Motorfest. And we won't have any of this Crew 2 crossover. All the stuff will be in the game. We'll be able to get it in the game. We won't have to play the Crew 2. It'll all be in there. It'll all be content that's earnable. And then we'll have 2 really insane years with a lot of creativity from IBT. That's what I'm hoping. And maybe 3. And we're going to look back on Motorfest and go, damn, that's a great game. Just like we do now with the Crew 2. We're like, man, the Crew 2 is a great game. It's got lots of content, lots of stuff to play. It was great. The summits are awesome. The rewards are crazy. We look back and we go, that's a great game. I think we're going to do the same thing with Motorfest. It's just going to take another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. I don't know. That's all I want, man. I just want some new. I just want a reason to come back to the game and keep playing it, man.
Yeah.
Other than like to jump on once or twice a week to, do a couple hours of grand racing with some friends and then not touch the game for a while.
Yeah.
Like if I actually had a reason to come back and put time into the game, I'd love that.
Yes.
But there's no reason to do that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean right now it's like summits basically. That's it.
Yeah, and like I was just saying, even then, like half the summits, there's no point for me to even do them because I have the rewards.
Yeah. Rhino, let me ask you a question. You said year 3 possibly. It would be nice if year 3 was the official start date for Motorfest. That'd be great. And not year 4. Because going another year like this feels, I don't know, feels a little bit, it's hard to ask the community to keep going like this, you know? Like it's just recycled rewards. Like I looked at the vanity list. There's a nice vanity list online. You can look at all the vanities. I think I have it linked on the website. But the vanity list, if the vanity list is like something crazy, like 70 or 80% Crew 2. There's a fair number of Motorfest ones, but only like 20% of the total vanities that are available in Motorfest are actual Motorfest exclusive vanities, which is insane.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's insane.
Especially like that being like, what else can you do as rewards in a game like this, if not vanities? Like
Special edition cars.
Right, but there's not much that you can do. So like to have that be like the only real thing that you can do as rewards are like vehicle customization vanities.
Yeah.
To just do reruns from your last game.
Right.
Where it's not even like you're earning them because you're able to just import it from the last game into this game.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't have the ability to import and you just were able to get them again, that might be better, right? Because even if you had them in the last game, you'd already know like, okay, this is from the last game, but this one looks really awesome. Like I really want to get this one.
Yeah.
You can go for it, but because you were able to import everything in, it just like got rid of, half the content in the game to play for, just shortened the game.
It did, but and they used it as a selling feature as well.
As a selling feature, yeah.
Yeah. Rhino, I don't think I ever got to the question, to be honest with you. My question for Rhino was, do you think we are going to see any multiplayer changes in the next year? Like by year 3, which is going to be what, September, I think September is when the year starts over for the crew. By September, which is 6 months from now, do you think we're going to see any multiplayer changes? And I don't mean like new grand race routes or more modifiers. That to me is not a multiplayer change. I want to know if we're going to see some ranked, or possibly a slightly different PvP experience, like a smaller 8-player, just play the playlist races type of situation. I think that would be incredibly popular if they dropped that. If they dropped a queue, even if it was just like literally one queue, random queue, 8-player races, random playlist races. Like this queue, hypercar, and you're going to do 3 hypercar races, and then the next one is 3 street tier 2, and then the next one, and you can exit at any time. You get paid for each race. You don't have to be in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that, literally that would be super popular because it would be 8 players. It would be less demanding on the players. I think people would jump on that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it would hurt grand races though.
Yeah, I think so too.
But when are we going to get that? When are we going to see that? That's what I want to know. BSD said, I tried to go through the game without doing the collection import to see what a fresh experience would be like, but changed my mind once the summit started rolling around. The summit rolled around day 1, BSD. Day 1. There was a summit
on the first day.
There was a summit that you could only play if you had early access. It was the first day, and then it rolled over because I think for early access started on a Monday. So you had one day, and I played it, and I got platinum, and it was the redliner kit, and I got the redliner kit. I think it was only one of like maybe 1,000 people that had it.
Yeah, there's only a few people that had it. I didn't have it. I have it now because
it was in the prestige
shop.
Dude, you're one of those. You're one of those guys.
Dude. I was like, yo, I missed out on this. Sick, dude. This prestige shop is awesome.
Yeah. Chevy says class racing would be awesome. Definitely. I think it would be very, very popular. I think a lot of people would definitely do it.
Don't worry, Tencent loves money, and we'll make sure we get more vanities to buy. I don't want vanities to buy, dude. I want rewards.
Yeah, I want rewards
for playing the game.
I want incentives. I want to be able to convert my legend points to CC, or have some sort of like, bro, how crazy, like think about the number of hours you could put into a game like that if you really wanted to. Like you gain more and more legend points because you're trying to earn enough CC to buy vanities. That's sick, dude. Also, why aren't the vanities just available all the time? Why isn't there just like a big vanity catalog, like freaking what do you call that, like an Animal Crossing situation where you just have a full catalog of stuff,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Probably for the same reason of like it gives you a reason to come back to the game
every
once
week.
a week.
Yeah,
check the shop.
Legend points converting to CCs won't happen due to macro. This is very true. Very true.
Yeah, with the dude, Music Maker. Oh my God, bankrupt.
What if Simji? What if it was limited, Simji? What if you limited it to like you can? How do I put it? You can convert X number of legend points into CCs every month, and it's a realistic number, like 200 or something. 200 legend points gets you like 1,000 CCs or 2,000 or whatever. 5 mil for 500 CCs. Not that crazy, random dude. I'm thinking like, like 200, like 100 CCs, 100 legend points gets you 1,000 CCs. Like that's the conversion rate, and you could only do 3,000 per month or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Scraps would be better, but the macros still affect the scraps, right? You still have to be on there, and Music Maker would be a billionaire.
Yeah,
CC billionaire.
Music Maker has so much CC, it'd be crazy. We could sell their account for freaking so much money.
So Rhino says, I honestly don't think we will. We didn't get custom races in TC2 till year 5. So from that, I will say custom GRs will come. They randomly asked about it in TCC Discord from Ubisoft staff. When did they ask about that, Rhino? They randomly asked. They asked about what? About custom races, custom mode, or private races? Wait, custom grand races? Like you'd be able to like make your own grand race route? They gotta introduce private lobbies before that, right? Private lobbies have to be first, and then custom grand races can be added on after that, right? You can't add custom grand races and then like what do you would have 2 separate queues if you had custom grand races that are made and in the game. You have to queue into a custom lobby where it's just custom grand races, rather than like, do you understand what I'm saying? You can't have it before private lobbies. Private lobbies has to come first.
Yeah, private lobbies would be awesome.
Oh, he's talking about private lobbies. Okay, not custom
Yeah,
grand
okay.
races, but also custom grand races, bro. That'd be sick. You can make
Like
your
create
own path.
route.
Yeah, create your route. Put the
That'd be
transition
cool.
here. Go. Yeah, I do. That'd be sick. I'm down for that.
That yeah, I think that would actually be cool too.
Yeah, you take people up and over the volcano.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any routes that are like insane off road and crazy. Every route we have is like some sort of path. You know.
Yeah.
Custom grand races, so there's no more highway AGP routes. That'd be great. Highway
Right.
AGP is just so stupid, man. It's
It's
crazy.
literally the best part of the game. What are you talking about? Just
All
rev limiter and rev limiter going straight. It's so good, dude. It's my favorite thing.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, I feel like there's lots of improvements to make. And I respect that opinion. I do think it's both. I think it's both. To answer the question myself, are gamers too hungry for content? I think it's both. I think yes, we are hungry for content for sure. I also think that games release in sort of an unfinished state way too much, and we expect them to bring it up to speed, and then also give us more content, because games as a service has just been, this is the way it is now. The last time someone released a complete game was like, what's that one that everyone loves on PlayStation? Fucking bald-headed dude. What's that game?
Wait, what?
What's that game on PlayStation that everyone loves? That bald-headed guy.
Bald-headed guy on PlayStation?
Yeah, big fucking Thor hammer dude that walks through the
Oh,
icy forest.
Yeah. Now that you're saying it, I'm not gonna be able to think of the name, but I know exactly.
God of War.
No. God of War.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bones.
That
Thank you.
might be the last like complete game that came out. Because that's the only thing that I could think of that's
The
like,
last one that I played that was legitly good was Elden Ring.
you feel like that game was complete? I think it was. Yeah.
Yes.
I think
it was
that's
100% complete. That game was so fire. It was so good.
yeah. Okay. Fair
Everything
enough.
about that game was like top notch.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't remember when they said it, but it was late last year. They asked everyone how they would feel about private Grand Ice lobbies. Okay, fair enough. I do believe they are working on private lobbies. Like I said, I've heard a rumor of this as well from someone I don't really know is credible, but still, someone who claims to have a connection with one of the dev studios. Okay. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if that's right or not. Mr. Dragonfly says Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, Tsushima.
Spider-Man games are pretty good.
Souls-like game. I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima or Black Myth Wukong. Both of those look like really good games.
Fire games.
I haven't played them now. They're the same like Elden Ring type. They're Souls-like games.
All right, real quick one. Xbox confirms Xbox Game Showcase for 2025 in June, plus the Outer Worlds 2 Direct, which is just an Outer Worlds 2 show on its own. This is
a showcase or something.
Yeah, this is going to be Sunday, June 8th, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK time. Let's see. It's going to offer a look at the upcoming titles from Microsoft's first-party studios. Microsoft said, in addition to incredible new titles from our third-party partners across the globe. I feel like you have to say that, right? You have to say that it's going to be incredible. This is going to be the biggest Microsoft Xbox games showcase ever, right?
Right. Ever, dude.
Are we expecting to see anything exciting?
Doom? No, wait. When does this come out?
This is June.
June's already going to be out. Damn it.
So it's not going to be Doom. So I'm thinking...
Gears of War?
I think chat's right. I think we're going to see Forza Horizon 6. I think we're going to see a Horizon 6 announcement or some sort of teaser at least. It's too big of a franchise to not be there. So I think we'll see that. Possibly Fable. Possibly Fable. Let me scroll down. So here we go. A new Fable, possibly. Perfect Dark reboot. Clockwork Revolution. Ninja Gaiden 4 Contraband. These are just some ideas from this IGN article. Rare's Everwild, possibly. Gears of War E-Day. We might see a new Gears of War.
That'd be so fire.
That would be
Oh
insane.
my God, I'd love
Bro,
Gears of War.
if we see a State of Decay 3, I might have to start another channel. Dude, State of Decay is so fun. So fun. Zombie survival, I'm in. Psychonauts, Psychonauts developer. Okay. Bro, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 launches in July.
Wait, what?
Yes. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 launches in July.
Those remakes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think they're remasters. So that's insane.
I mean, great games. I hope he's still getting residuals for those.
Dude, he is, bro. He's killing it, bro. He's killing it, dude.
I wonder how much money just on the Tony Hawk games he's made.
I think your light turned off, by the way.
Did it? Which one?
I don't know. You look dark.
No, they're all on.
Okay, never mind. It's just me. I'm tripping. Dude, he's getting.
It did get dark. That was crazy.
Dude, he's getting insanely rich from those games. I heard a story. I think he was on a podcast at one point, and Tony Hawk said that he didn't make shit for skating. Like his skateboarding, he didn't make any money. And the first time that he like made this game, the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, he made this game and then like didn't see anything from it. He got paid like nothing for it. It was like $40,000 or $50,000, right? It was whatever. It was nothing for him. And then he was like he was legit having issues financially, and his agent came over with a check with a royalty check for the first Tony Hawk Pro Skater game, and he said it was insane. It was like $12 million.
That's nuts
for the first one, and then they were like on contract to make the second one. That motherfucker got paid, bro. You know how they always say like Jordan, he made a bunch in his NBA career, obviously, but he's made like 1,000 times that because of his shoe deals. Like that's the same thing with Tony Hawk. He didn't make jack shit on skating, dude. He made everything on the game. Anyways,
that's awesome.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 launches in July. This article is actually saying we might see Jesus Christ with the stutters. We might see an Elder Scrolls 6, a little peek at Elder Scrolls 6.
That'd be cool.
That'd be nice.
Elder Scrolls games are pretty sick. To be real, the only Elder Scrolls game that I played was Skyrim. Like, actually got into and played.
Yeah,
I played a little bit of Elder Scrolls Online, but not the same game.
Right.
So come on, dude.
Yeah, it's not the same game. Skate 3 was my only exposure to skateboard games. The memories I had, bro. Random dude, go back and play Tony Hawk, bro. You're not gonna have the same nostalgic experience that I would if I went and played back. I played so much Tony Hawk, dude.
I played so much Tony Hawk.
Oh
Crazy.
my God.
Like, all of them, dude.
It's insane. And I love the design of all the little challenges, like having to get, when you play like a 2-minute run and you have to get all these different things in your run, you have to get this much score, you have to do a 900 off this thing, you have to get skate, the letters are just hidden around somewhere in the thing, you have to crash all these windows, or you have to get, like, you know what I'm saying, like there's so many objectives with each of the courses, and it was all hidden, and oh dude, it was so good. So good.
Really silly.
And insanely good. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remaster before we see 6, says Fnee. Okay. Gaming in between sleeping says don't get new skate if you have good memories of past games. I think the new skate is like really what's the word, like simulation, like it's really sim.
Like it's like very like realistic.
Yeah.
Like do tricks, you gotta like flick your stick around all crazy.
Yeah, dude. Hey, I do tricks by flicking my stick all the time.
That's true, dude.
I'll be good. I'll be pretty good at it.
Those are good tricks.
I think on that note we should end it. We'll go do some grand racing. I was gonna do pod racing. I was gonna do pod racing, but I think we should wait. We'll do that
for the next podcast. Is podcast racing.
Podcast racing? Just be racing while we're doing it?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck it.
We'll talk about it.
We can talk about how that would work. I'll have to come up with some sort of screen.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, Anyways,
pod racing lane. BSD, we wouldn't be able to race together, dude.
yeah, there's like, it's literally just me racing on this. That killed it for me. I knew that was the case, but also I didn't think about it when I suggested the idea tonight. So
I didn't think about that being a possibility at all.
no.
I said pod racing. Yeah, let's do it.
We're in. We're in. We did talk about food for a second, didn't we? We did. We talked about Denny's and IHOP and come on, man, that was a good one. Anyway, all right, let's do some grain race. You guys want to race around? Let's do it.
Yes.
All right. Thanks
guys.
Thanks for watching. Appreciate all the donations. Thank you so much. Shout out to Rhino for coming by the stream. Go check him out as well. Bye bye, guys.
Bye guys. Bye.
Bye.